And we say good morning to you. Welcome. We are live again at Movement Mortgage here in Boones Creek, right across from the Cracker Barrel here in Johnson City on this Tuesday, December the 5th, 2017. Show countdown 647 days we've been doing this show. And we thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to be here. And again, we are here live again. As you see behind us, the big Movement Mortgage, where we are again broadcasting live. They're having their open house this afternoon. They've got live music going to be right here. They've got, of course, lots of food, lots of treats. It's the official grand opening, and so we will want you to come by. We've got some door prizes over here, some really nice door prizes they're going to be giving away. So it's all free from 4 until 7 today, right across from the Cracker Barrel, Boones Creek. Again, from 4 until 7 o'clock, the official open house of the brand new digs here at Movement Mortgage. And that's where we are again on this Tuesday, December the 5th. Again, the show number is 647. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that. And after yesterday, over the top. Over the top. Darius Hensley, cannot thank you enough, my friends. We'll talk about that coming up here in just a few minutes. But here's the verse for today. It says, out of the book of Proverbs, 16:3 says, commit your works to me and your thoughts will be established. Man, that was wimpy. Commit your works to me and your thoughts will be, I like it in the dark. Really? Yeah. Try it again. Let's say, flip it. Whatever, go either way. Make a difference. I'm country. It's good. Jeremy's in here. Got him a tie on, a Christmas tie no less. Look at that. Yeah, I can do the show now. Yep, there we go. We have background scenery, my man. Love that guy. We're going to be talking to him, of course, again, the open house from 4 until 7. What's the name of the musical group? I just went down the hall. We do have live music coming in today, so it's going to be good. And we're here again at Movement Mortgage in Boones Creek. We got lots to talk about. College football, Major League Baseball, college basketball, the very latest on the Tennessee football search. Our guest today will include Betsy Holloman from Speedway and Lights. She's going to join us by phone coming up here in a few minutes. Rob Cole, the park manager of Bays Mountain Park, talking about gift-giving ideas for Christmas from the park, and also the latest program at the planetarium where you can check out, but primarily talking about gift-giving ideas for Christmas as we are, you can do the math, 19 days you have left to get what you need to get for Christmas 2017. Danny Good, the athletic director from Daniel Boone, is going to join us. We have him on periodically to talk about what's happening at Daniel Boone High School. Kevin Harmon will be in by phone, the very latest on Tennessee football and the search for. We've got a list of coaches that Philip Fulmer's looking at, so we'll tell you who that is coming up here in a little while. Let Kevin tell you all about the successful, to this point, men's, women's basketball team at UT and the football coaching search again at the University of Tennessee. Before we get started, got to tell you about yesterday. We're going to take a break, come back, and tell you all about yesterday. It was unbelievable, at least for me personally. It was a day I will never, ever forget. It was really cool, and I have, again, a tremendous amount of thanks to go to my buddy Darius Hensley, who made all this happen. He worked his magic, and so as a result, I got a chance to I was on the holy ground yesterday now. I was walking around having a big time. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. We'll tell you about that and also get ready for our first guest. We're live here again at Movement Mortgage, ready for the open house this afternoon from 4 to 7, right beside the Boones Creek Cracker Barrel here in Johnson City. So we'll take our first break. We'll come right back and we'll jump in there and we'll see what's going on as we're live here again. As we said, at Movement Mortgage. We'll take a break. We'll be right back right after you hear this on show number 647 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE master technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitat, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live at Movement Mortgage. You can see the big MM behind us. That's our backdrop for today, as we're here again at their brand new location in the conference room in Boones Creek, right across from the Cracker Barrel. Need to stop by today and check it out. We have all kinds of folks in here. You are certainly welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 door prizes. There's going to be some live music in here today from 4 to 7. There's going to be, of course, the staff here at Movement Mortgage, McClure and Angie and Brittany, and of course Jeremy, the manager. Everybody's going to be in here again visiting and just thanking you for stopping by, because this is the brand new digs, literally brand new digs. It's been here about a month, so you need to check it out. Easy to find, directly across. I'm looking out the window to the Cracker Barrel, Boones Creek, from 4 to 7. Today, the open house. Tomorrow, we're going to be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday, Champion Chevrolet. Food City Friday coming up. We'll be at Eastman Road in Kingsport on Friday with the Turtle Man, Tommy Stanley. Of course, they've got the big holiday open house coming up for all stores coming up on Saturday. We'll be promoting that for Food City because it's the holiday open house this coming Saturday from 10 until 4 at all Food City locations, and we'll talk more about that coming up in a few minutes. Hello to Chris Van Dyke. Hello to Norma Henderson. Hello to David Taylor. Hello to James Horn. Let's see, Betty Lacey. Thanks for you kids, some of the folks being with us on the show. Be sure and like us and share us. You got a chance to win $100 cash next Friday. Here's what we do. You share what you need to do. Share or retweet the images or videos from this show and be automatically entered to win $100 cash now through December the 14th, next Thursday. Winner will be announced next Friday. We'll be at Food City in Blunt, Vegas, and Bluntville. And we got one $100 cash winner and some multiple prize winners as well. One share or retweet equals one entry. There's no limit on the number of entries you can make. So be sure and do that, and you have been, and we appreciate that very, very much. College football, let's see what the very latest is. Philip Fulmer, again, attending today's National Football Foundation College Football Hall of Fame. It's an induction ceremony in New York City. Quarterback Peyton Manning, one of Fulmer's former players, will be among the inductees. So here is the short list that we have that he is talking to as far as the next football coach at Tennessee. That would be, among others, Georgia defensive coordinator Mel Tucker, Clemson defensive coordinator Brent Venables, Auburn defensive coordinator Kevin Steele. I bet you he gets a real strong look. Former LSU coach Les Miles, there's my pick, and SMU coach Chad Morris. There's another guy that's hot on the radar. So there's the ones that reportedly that Philip Fulmer is looking at. Again, Georgia defensive coordinator Mel Tucker, Clemson defensive coordinator Brent Venables, Auburn defensive coordinator Kevin Steele, former LSU coach Les Miles, and current SMU coach Chad Morris are the ones they're looking at right now. Philip Fulmer's looking at, or certainly talking to see if he can get them to come be the next football coach for the University of Tennessee. Michigan State rivalry just got ramped up a little bit. That's an interesting story we'll tell you about in a moment. Arkansas now has an athletic director looking for a new coach. And then did you see the entry of Jimbo Fisher? Way over the top for me. Texas A&M coach Jimbo Fisher, the new man on the scene, if you will. They fired Kevin Sumlin. They're going to pay him north of $10 million in one lump sum to let him move on. They bring in Jimbo Fisher. How did they bring him in? Well, they brought him in with a red carpet. Look, I saw a picture last night coming off the plane, a red carpet for Jimbo Fisher, or a maroon carpet. Are you kidding? Okay. Okie dokie. Way over the top for me. Got to have come off a plane with a red carpet? What's wrong with that, Tom? I don't know. He's not bigger than the program, but maybe so. Did you see what they paid this guy? Jimbo Fisher, $75 million guaranteed over 10 years. $75 million guaranteed. The most lucrative contract for a college football coach in college football history. He could lose every game at A&M and he would still be paid. Check this out. Is this not unbelievable? I cannot believe this. He can lose every game at Texas A&M, and he's still going to be paid $20,548 every day for the next decade. Let me say that one more. Thank you, Jeremiah. Let me say that one more time. Let's see what he's got going on here. Make sure everything's hunky. Thank you, sir. Loud and clear. Thank you. Jimbo Fisher can lose every game at Texas A&M, and he's still going to get paid. This is guaranteed. Guaranteed $20,548 every day for the next decade. They signed a $75 million guaranteed contract. Nuts. Texas A&M, what? See, it's just lunacy. Now you're going to sit there and say, well, Tom, if they offered you that, would you take it? I'm not worth that. I'm going to tell you. I'm not worth $20,000 a day. So everybody, well, I'll take it. Okay, well, maybe I'm a little different. Now, I would take a pay raise, pay increase, whatever, but $20,548 every day for the next decade, win or lose. A&M better hope that doesn't happen, and everyone doesn't suddenly buy up electric cars since no state funds are being used. This is all coming out of private donations. So Texas A&M Chancellor John Sharp, what's this guy thinking? Ask him if that any concern about signing Jimbo Fisher to a 10-year guaranteed contract. Yes, we couldn't get him to agree to a 15-year deal, so this is the best we got. This is a football coach, folks. You know, in the news right now, has nothing to do with sports, but things of much more priority. The guy in North Korea says he can drop a intercontinental ballistic missile into the United States anytime, anywhere. That would be of concern, should be of us. Then we have in the Middle East beginning to ramp up, unfortunately, because President Trump is considering naming Jerusalem, which it is, the official capital of Israel, which it is. And now the Muslim nations have said, oh, you better not do that. So that would be of importance. But to pay a guy $20,000 a day every day to coach a football team? No. Fisher calling the move a no-brainer. Really? Okay. Yeah, that'd be a no-brainer. Walk in and you're going to get $20,000 today, $20,000 tomorrow, $20,548 on Thursday, every day. I guess I'm making my point. I don't get it. I just do not get it. So anyway, he says, I think it was a no-brainer in a crazy way. Again, my time at Florida State, I loved it. It was phenomenal. It was a tremendous place. So anyway, Texas A&M has made it official. This guy's getting a guaranteed $75 million contract. So $20,548 a day. So now Nick Saban has always said he will always be the highest paid college football coach. Wonder what that does for his contract at Alabama. we'll see. Michigan State has been a legacy rivalry forever, but it'd be easy to argue that it's the last 10 years been more contentious than ever. Mark D'Antonio says, the head football coach of Michigan State, life's how you handle disappointments. I would not say going to the Holiday Bowl is a big disappointment. I'm excited about it, very excited about the opportunity. They're going to be playing going to be playing Washington State in the Holiday Bowl. Michigan, who went 8-4 this year, 5-4 in the conference. So here's a question. I don't hear any rumblings about Harbaugh. Any of these other guys lose, and the heat's on. This guy goes 5-4 in the conference, 8-4 this year, and this is supposed to be one of the big years for Michigan football, and you're not hearing anything about Harbaugh. But you sure as heck are hearing all about these other coaches who some of them ultimately got fired. But again, you look and go, what's the deal? And so Mark D'Antonio says, we're tickled to be going to the Holiday Bowl. So Harbaugh says, saw Coach D's comments on continuing to focus on how he can beat Michigan. Congratulations on turning around a 3-9 team plagued with off-field issues. Good for Big to have him back. So they continue to fire the shots between each other, between Michigan State and Michigan. More college football notes. The new Arkansas athletic department appears to be taking shape. It will be led by an innovative, forward-thinking athletic director, Hunter Yurachek. Stepping down at Houston will be the new athletic director again at Arkansas. So he has been with Houston since February of 2014 in the role of AD since April of 2015. So he is on the scene looking for a coach. Mike Norvell will be one of the ones he's going to talk to, the coach in Memphis. Let's see, who else? Chad Morris of SMU, which is also being sought after apparently on the short list by Philip Fulmer at Tennessee. So, again, Hunter Yurachek, the new athletic director at Arkansas, looking for a new football coach there. And obviously he wants one immediately because recruiting season is in high gear right now. And the signing date comes up on December the 20th, which, of course, would be in a couple of weeks. And finally, college football, you've got the Heisman Trophy. The 3 finalists are out and ready to roll. They'll be announced this weekend for the Heisman Trophy in New York City. Your 3 candidates are Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma. Again, 4,340 passing yards, a 71 completion percentage, 41 passing touchdowns, 310 rushing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns. Baker Mayfield finished 3rd in the Heisman voting a year ago, 4th in 2015, has enjoyed an incredible career that include walking on twice, once at Texas Tech and again at Oklahoma. The guy walked on, look what he's done. This ought to give hope for anybody that thinks they can't make a difference. This guy has walked on Oklahoma, and now he's up for a Heisman Trophy for the 3rd year in a row. That's number 1. Number 2, Lamar Jackson from Louisville. College football's he won it last year. Jackson has had a comparable season this year, bumped up his completion percentage to 60%, nearly matched his passing yardage from last year at 3,489, cut down on his interceptions by 3. He rushed for 1,443 yards and 17 touchdowns. They're going to the Tax Slayer Bowl. Lamar Jackson from Louisville, candidate number 2 for the Heisman. And number 3, Bryce Love from Stanford. Love stepped in and rushed for 1,973 yards this year after losing Christian McCaffrey to the pros. He scored 17 touchdowns, gained 8 yards, almost 8.3 yards a carry for the Stanford Cardinal. That's on a bad ankle for the second half of the season, which didn't prevent him from being a superstar for a team that had a small margin for error for the division title race. Love led Stanford to the Alamo Bowl, where they'll take on Texas Christian. So there's your 3 finalists: Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, and Bryce Love. Mayfield, the 7th player to finish in the top 5 of Heisman voting 3 times, joining Glenn Davis and Doc Blanchett of Army, Doak Walker of SMU, Archie Griffin of Ohio State, Herschel Walker of Georgia, and Tim Tebow of Florida. Also, Mayfield, the 9th Oklahoma Sooner to be selected as a finalist, matching the University of Miami for the most from one school. There's a good trivia question. Who has had the most nominations for the Heisman Trophy? It would be Oklahoma and Miami. One more stat, Mayfield trying to become the 6th Heisman winner from Oklahoma and the 3rd Sooner to win it since 2003. Jason White and Sam Bradford have been previous winners in the 2000 decade. So anyway, that's what's going on this weekend. Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson of Louisville, Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma, Bryce Love of Stanford. Your 3 finalists. We'll find out who wins it this weekend in New York City with the New York City for the Heisman Trophy. And so it'll be announced again coming up, as we said, in the Big Apple this weekend. Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live again on the road, We're on the road at Movement Mortgage in Boones Creek. Live music, chicken and finger foods, desserts, giveaways, all kinds of things going on from 4 to 7 today. You want to stop by here. It's open to anybody and everybody, and we would encourage you to come by here and do that. And that's going to be, again, from 4 to 7 this afternoon. Again, that will be the official open house with Movement Mortgage right across from the Cracker Barrel here in Boones Creek. Before we go to the break, here it is, Phil's Dream Pit. Here it is, the gift box we've been telling you about, $10 plus tax, 2 16-ounce bottles, Sweet Fire barbecue sauce, and also the original sweet barbecue sauce. So there it is, neatly packaged is what it comes in for $10 plus tax. They've been selling a whiz out of these. Makes a great gift for a coworker, for an office employee, for a Sunday school teacher, for whomever, a relative, somebody that likes to grill out and loves barbecue. In this case, Phil's Dream Pit. That'd be the great way to do it. They've got them at the store, of course, right there off Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. And so we will be there next Tuesday, a week from today, broadcasting live again at Phil's Dream Pit. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll be joined. We'll hook up with and connect with Betsy Holloman from Bristol Motor Speedway, Speedway and Lights. She's going to join us coming up next year. We're live again at Movement Mortgage in Johnson City on show number 647 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Before we go to the break, I got all wound up and forgot to tell you about yesterday. Ooh, goodness. Darius Hensley takes me yesterday to the Cove, the Billy Graham Training Center in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Excuse me. First off, cannot thank him enough. It was phenomenal. So he says, we're going to meet Will Graham. I said, Will Graham? He said, yeah, Billy Graham's grandson, who's an evangelist. I said, we're going to meet Will Graham. Well, we did. We stood there and talked to him. There's 4 of us. The gentleman who runs the Cove, Eric, and myself, and Darius, and Will Graham. Very personable guy. Very personable. He wants to come and be on the show. Why? Because he's having a crusade/celebration in April of next year at Freedom Hall, Johnson City. We're going to do our due diligence to promote that here on the show because we can. And so anyway, Will Graham, I mean, a phenomenal guy. Had a book that he was just came back from shooting a movie. Portions of the movie, or the basis of the movie, would be involving his grandfather. So he got a chance to play a younger Billy Graham, which is really neat. So if you've not been to the Cove, check out the website, thecove.org. And then again, for me, I mean, I've been to the mountaintop, I can tell you. Got a chance to meet some guys over at the radio station in Black Mountain. And so had a very, very cool visit. Can't thank Darius Hensley enough. Goodness. But to stand beside Billy Graham's grandson and stand there and just, as I said, shoot the bull with him for about 5 or 10 minutes, phenomenal. And then, as I said, he had a book, he autographed and gave to me. So I was kind of giddy. I'm not usually too starstruck, but when you get a chance to meet a man of God like Will Graham, Billy Graham's grandson, Billy Graham, who has talked to more people in the history of mankind. Did you know that? He has talked in front of more people than anybody else in the history of the human race. Billy Graham. He was 99 years older. Is he 100? Can't remember, but he's frail, but he's still kicking. And so his grandson yesterday, just over the moon for me. Darius Hensley, thank you. You're going to hear a lot about this crusade/celebration coming up April the 27th, 28th, and 29th, I believe it is, at Freedom Hall, Johnson City. So thanks to Darius Hensley. Can't thank him enough. Quick break. We'll be right back. You're going to hear a lot about this event, I can tell you that. And we're going to have Will Graham on the show very, very soon. Right now, we're going to have Betsy Holloman on the show next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here are the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance. We follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
The 2018 Cal Calendar in now for a limited time at Chick-fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. A 20th anniversary retrospective titled Steers of Yesteryear, including a card with a wide range of free food offerings across the Chick-fil-A menu. Only $8 plus tax, but hurry, supplies are limited. Each month gives you the chance to collect free Chick-fil-A menu items. The offers vary each month, but hurry, supplies are limited. The 2018 Chick-fil-A Steers of Yesteryear Calendar on sale now at Chick-fil-A at The Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go live. She's with us again, Betsy Holloman with Speedway and Lights. Good morning, young lady. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
Just fine. Thank you for joining us. She's with us live again from Bristol Motor Speedway. She's actually out shopping, doing a really cool thing. The Speedway, again, giving back to the community. Tell us what you're doing right now.
Yes, I'm with like 7 of the best shoppers from Bristol Motor Speedway, and we are taking care of some angel trees.
Awesome. So these
it's been fun. Yeah.
Yep. So you get to go out and shop, and these are going to be taking care of the angel trees for what communities?
Yes, so we've got children from Bristol, Virginia, Bristol, Tennessee, Kingsport, and Johnson City.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Again, the Speedway always giving back to the community. So let's talk about one of your favorite things this time of year. That would be the Pinnacle Speedway and Lights powered by TVA. And what's going on up there right now at this point in the year for Speedway and Lights?
Well, we're really thanking God for wonderful numbers, and the numbers have been up even from last year, and we're just, again, attributing to that amazing community we have that thinks this is a wonderful holiday tradition and continue to support us each year. It's been a wonderful year, wonderful weather. I hear it's about to get a little chillier here in the next couple of days.
Yep, it's supposed to get a little bit more Christmassy, but yes, it's been great so far.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of folks watching the show that don't live around here. They're out of state, and we certainly appreciate that. So for folks who have no clue what we're talking about, can you step us through for a moment about what Speedway and Lights is all about?
Absolutely. So Speedway and Lights is our flagship fundraiser for Speedway Children's Charities, and we really just deck the Speedway property out in lights. We have over 2 million lights and over 200 displays. Holiday themed and just community themed, really. It's almost a 5-mile route, and we also have an ice rink on property. It's the closest ice rink in our region, about a 90-mile radius. So lots of things to offer the family, offer children, and all giving back to Speedway Children's Charities at the same time.
Absolutely. There's a couple of ways to go. Of course, you can drive your car through, but also tell us about the BMS Express and Santa Speedway Sleigh, which are two cool ways to see the lights.
Sure, we have a couple premium opportunities. The Santa Speedway Sleigh is presented by Tri-Cities Airport, and it's an open-air tram. If you've been on our property during race weekends, you have seen the trams that people get to ride on. So we deck that out with lights and wreaths and music and blankets. Really cool way to see the lights in that open-air feel. And the BMS Express is also another option. It's open on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And it's kind of our take on the Polar Express, and we feed you hot chocolate and cookies before you get on. It's still that musical theme kind of thing happening inside in an enclosed opportunity. Really, really cool premium opportunities that, again, are giving back at the same time.
Over 200 displays, as Betsy said. We're talking to Betsy Holloman, see here on the screen from Speedway and Lights. You have a brand new display. Tell me about that, would you please?
We do. So it's our hope every year and our challenge to make something new and exciting. And this year we came up with the Race to Space. It's a 300-foot-long tunnel that's LED lights, and you can program it really any way you want. So we're hoping it's a really a sensory overload type thing for people to drive through, and it has rocket ships and aliens kind of before you get inside it, and really cool addition, I think, to Speedway and Lights.
Again,
people have really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. We're talking to Betsy Holloman. I won't keep you long. We'll get you back on next week. But again, tell folks the hours you're open. Are you open every day?
We are. Until January the 6th, the hours are 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
There you go. Great job. I know you're shopping. Keep on shopping till you drop, as they say. Thank you, and I'll talk to you next week, all right?
Thanks, Tom.
All right, take care.
See ya.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Great job, Betsy Holloman, again with us from Speedway and Lights. Again, they're out shopping, as you heard her say. So they're shopping for the Angel Tree kids in some of the cities. So again, Bristol Motor Speedway always giving back on the Clearmouth Road here. Bristol Motor Speedway always giving back, and we certainly appreciate that. And so they're out shopping with the Angel Trees. And so always, I know it sounds like a broken record, always giving back to the community. And so they don't take it lightly being in the Tri-Cities. They understand how important it is to be here and be in this great community in which we live in. And so the money goes, you heard, back to the kids, Speedway Children's Charities. Again, they had the big check presentation a couple of weeks ago, and $850,000 went back out into the community. So that's phenomenal. It is beginning to rain here in the Tri-Cities. We expect that all day long. Temperature's going to be dropping. It's going to put us more in a Christmas mood. So pay attention. If I can give you any tip wherever you are, whether you're here in West Virginia, if you're in Louisiana, got some folks down there, if you're in North Carolina, wherever you may be, for crying out loud, slow down. I've never understood this, but people, it seems that they speed up when it rains, which is crazy with all these leaves out on the road and, just the oil fluids and transmission fluid leaking out of some folks' car. That with water makes it slick as ice. So please slow down anytime, but certainly when it's raining, slow down and just use your noggin. We're live here at Movement Mortgage. Again, the open house coming up today from 4 to 7. Jeremy's going to join us coming up here in a little while. We've got Rob Cole coming up here in just a few minutes from Bays Mountain Park. Let's take a look at college basketball. The polls are out this week. The brand new polls. First off, on the men's side, the top 10 in college basketball: Duke, Kansas, Michigan State, Villanova, the Florida Gators, who got waxed last night. We'll tell you about that. They get put into the 5th spot in the country, and then they get hammered. We'll tell you about that in a moment. Wichita State, Texas A&M, Kentucky ranked 8th, Notre Dame 9th, and Miami rounds out the top 10. The defending national champion North Carolina Tar Heels at number 11. Tennessee cracks the top 25 at number 24. Rick Barnes got them playing some pretty good basketball right now for UT. In fact, there's 5 new ones. Seton Hall in at number 19. Purdue cracks the top 25 with 21. Nevada 22nd. Tennessee ranked 24th. All newbies to the top 25 men's college basketball. And for you Mountaineer fans in West Virginia, you are 18th this week in the men's college basketball poll. Got a lot of folks in West Virginia watching the show. We appreciate that. Women's top 25. UConn, Texas, Notre Dame the top 3. Louisville, South Carolina's Lady Gamecocks 5th. Mississippi State 6th. UCLA 7th, Baylor ranked 8th, Oregon ranked 9th, and the West Virginia Lady Mountaineers rounding out the top 10 in women's college basketball. So congratulations to the top 10 there. Let's take a look at last night's men's top 25 college basketball. 23rd ranked Baylor, no problem with Sam Houston State. The Bears beat them 84-56. There was an upset. The bragging rights of Florida was won by the Florida Gators. No, the Florida State Seminoles got them. They're now 7-0. Seminoles beat them in Gainesville, 83-66. Beat them by 17. That's a butt whooping. And so Florida, after they get ranked 5th this week, just coming out today, they go down and lose right out of the chute. So I'm sure they'll drop between now and next week's top 25 men's college basketball poll. Top 25 tonight got some good matchups. 15th ranked Gonzaga at 7-1, taking on 4th ranked Villanova. That one's going on tonight at Gonzaga. Also, you have tonight 19th ranked West Virginia, as we told you, the Mountaineers actually up one to number 18. The Mountaineers, let's see if I got a more current top 25 list. And there it is. I do. Thank you. So 18th ranked West Virginia will take on at 7-1, take on the University of Virginia Cavaliers. That'll be a good ball game tonight in Morgantown, West Virginia. And so the Mountaineers will battle the Virginia Cavaliers tonight, as we said. Also, another big ball game coming up. Gonzaga, again, 12th in the country, taking on 4th-ranked Villanova. Gonzaga 7-1, Nova at 8-0. They'll play each other tonight at Gonzaga. Creighton, the Blue Jays. Creighton, again, 25th ranked in the country, and they have dropped out of the top 25. They have. So this is the more update. Let's go back over here. Got two different sheets here, one from yesterday, one from today. Here we go. Let's run them down for you. 3rd-ranked Michigan State at Rutgers tonight. 4th-ranked Villanova at 12th-ranked Gonzaga. Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, at 7-1, 9th in the country, hosting Ball State. 10th-ranked Miami, the Hurricanes, at 7-0. They're hosting Baylor University. No, trying to see who that is. BU. I'm not sure who BU is. They're 3-3. Would not be Butler. We'll check on that for you, and I apologize. 18th ranked West Virginia 7-1, hosting 15th ranked Virginia tonight. The Cavaliers at 8-0. 6th ranked Wichita State, the Shockers, at 6-1, hosting South Dakota State. 22nd ranked Nevada on the road at Texas Tech tonight. Nevada 8-0. The Red Raiders at 6-1. That's a good one. Top ranked Duke will be taking on St. Francis of Pennsylvania. The Blue Devils, number 1 in the country, at 10-0, hosting St. Francis of Pennsylvania, who's 3-4. 9 o'clock tip-off tonight. That will be a checkbook game for Duke to whip them and hand them a check and send them home. 7th-ranked Texas A&M at Arizona, 14th-ranked Minnesota at Nebraska, and 20th-ranked TCU. The good matchup tonight. They're playing SMU at TCU. So you got the initials game, the Horned Frogs and the Mustangs. Texas Christian 8-0, SMU at 7-2 tonight. They're playing that one again at Texas Christian University. Again, Tennessee, the Volunteers, and at number 24 this week in the latest men's top 25 college basketball poll. And the men will take on Lipscomb coming up later on this week. And then the big matchup coming up on December the 17th, coming up a week from Sunday, it will be the North Carolina Tar Heels coming to Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville. And that's a look at college basketball again here on this Tuesday, December the 5th, 2017. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll find out what Rob Cole thinks about Tennessee football. Also, some gift-giving ideas here in the Christmas season from Bays Mountain Park. And also, we'll hear from Rob about what's going on in the planetarium, and we'll talk some sports with my man. Coming up next here, we're live at Movement Mortgage on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Phil Pipkin, owner of Phil's Dream Pit. Do you like smoked turkey? Do you like smoked ham? For your Christmas or New Year's dinner, enjoy a spiral sliced smoked ham or smoked turkey breast, smoked right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Smoked hams, 9 to 11 pounds at $8.50 a pound. The smoked turkey breast goes from 2 to 4 pounds at $11.49 per pound. Order by Tuesday, December the 19th. Pick up Friday, December the 22nd, or Saturday, December 23rd. Let us take care of your Christmas or New Year's dinner with a smoked turkey breast or spiral smoked ham. Call 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
The 2018 Cal Calendar in now for a limited time at Chick-fil-A, The Crossings in North Johnson City. A 20th anniversary retrospective titled Steers of Yesteryear, including a card with a wide range of free food offerings across the Chick-fil-A menu. Only $8 plus tax, but hurry, supplies are limited. Each month gives you the chance to collect free Chick-fil-A menu items. The offers vary each month, but hurry, supplies are limited. The 2018 Chick-fil-A Steers of Yesteryear Calendar on sale now at Chick-fil-A at The Crossings in North Johnson City.
We're back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. We're live getting a Movement Mortgage, the open house coming up later on today with our buddy Jeremy Livesey. He's going to join us coming up here in a few minutes. Hey, let's go to the phone. He's there, our buddy Rob Cole from Bays Mountain Park, the park manager. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Big T. I'm not half bad on a beautiful rainy Tuesday morning.
Yeah, he and I and his lovely bride, we went and had dinner last week. We hit it pretty hard, didn't we, Cole?
Oh boy, when do we never hit a food trough hard?
Amen. A little girl kept bringing them rolls. Said, "You want some more rolls?" Rob said, "Yeah, bring them on." So we went through some rolls at the old restaurant the other night. So we had a great time. He and his lovely bride, his newlyweds they are, and so had a good time. Always appreciate his friendship. So let's roll in here and see, what do you think? What is the very latest, in your humble opinion, what's going on down in Knoxville, this Tennessee football search?
Well, what a week it's been. We got a new AD, man. That's no surprise, I don't think, to anyone who followed the events in the last 10 days. You got a Tennessee man leading the charge. That doesn't automatically mean anything. It's nice, but doesn't guarantee anything. I'd like to think, with the passion, though, that Fulmer has and the support that I think he's going to get, but then he'll find a good candidate. Like what I'm hearing so far, seems like things have calmed down. Seems like there's a little bit more of a return to reason and order, and it seems like the process is a little bit more logical and it's playing out about the way you'd expect interviews to play out, which is so much different than what we saw last week. But make no mistake, we're going to have to get a hire and then get some months and time between us before people quit thinking about Tennessee and the disaster that's been our John Curry led coaching search. But I like what I'm hearing so far.
We're talking to Rob Cole, park manager, Bays Mountain Park. He's got a meeting to get to here in a few minutes, so I don't want to keep him. So jump in there and tell me again, we're down to, 19 days to get it done before Christmas shopping's all said and done. So give me some gift-giving ideas. Folks, can you get from Bays Mountain Park for this Christmas season?
The pressure is on, isn't it? I guess let's start with the toys. Let's start with the kids. I think that's the one that tends to dominate discussion a lot. And this is a fun place for kids. The park is. The gift shop is no different than that, I guess. We have the traditional plush animals that you can find. It range from plush stuffed wolves that are great, anywhere from a stocking stuffer up to that larger size wolf that'll fit nicely on the bed or in the windowsill or wherever it is your child displays those. And but we've got others, beavers, coyotes, wildcats of many different kinds, especially the bobcats that are native here, and birds of prey, and all kinds of neat stuff, plush animals, that you can find here in our region. And but we've also got those stocking stuffers, those educational games, noisemakers. That's what you're into. We've got those too, obviously. And so, there's plenty here for the child, plenty here for the toys to go through and look at to your heart's content, and see if something quite fits what maybe your child has been talking about or wanting. But we've also got t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, Naked Bee lotions and lip balms and things for the adults, the men and women, and older children maybe in your families. Those are always popular items. I know the sweatshirts have been going really well here right now. Why not? We're about to hit winter officially here in a few days, and so that's been a big item, but easily the biggest, most popular seller we have every Christmas season are our annual park memberships. For as low as $25 for an individual or $35 for a family membership. You can literally give the gift that we'll give year-round. And actually, it's almost a 13-month membership when you look at it, because our memberships don't expire on the day that they're bought a year later. Our memberships expire in the month that they were bought 1 year later. So get you a free entry into the park for one vehicle. Get your program passes on that day's visit. Of course, there's a different level or number of passes that you get with each membership level, but those programs, by the way, include the planetarium. They include our barge ride, the nature programs, and that also gets you a half-off discount for our zip line rides, which, of course, is a seasonal offering, spring through early fall. And it's a great bargain. It's just absolutely a great bargain, and a nice double benefit or bonus to that, if you will, is that the money you spend for that stays here at the park and helps support park efforts, helps feed the animals, helps us create educational programming. It's a wonderful benefit both ways, your family and ours, and we will thank your listeners in advance for those who do support us and those who might hear this and come on out and buy a membership.
We're talking to Rob Cole, Bays Mountain Park, and we get to a meeting. So, Jeremy Livesey says, "Hey, Robbie." So, in closing here, he's wound up. Rob, he's got an open house today, and he's been pacing like an expectant father. He's wound up.
Hey,
he didn't like that.
Hey, Jeremy's the man. Let me tell you.
He just went, oh my God, went down the hall. So, anyway, before I let you go, again, off season, Hot Stove League. What's your Cardinals trying to do in the off season to better themselves?
Well, it looks like right now we're deep in the mix with Stanton. Still maintain that Stanton's more likely to show up on the West Coast with the Giants, but I know that the Giants and Cardinals representatives met with him in Los Angeles within the last week. I still would be shocked if somehow the Dodgers don't find their way to be a dark horse candidate with Stanton before it's all said and done. But we'll see. We certainly need a middle-of-the-order impact bat, and he certainly fits that mold. Your big heartburn, of course, is that massive contract he's got, and what kind of flexibility does that leave you at the end of the day if you get him. But, he's a thumper. He's the guy that makes teams change their game plan. So you got to look at him hopefully we're not going to have to give too much of the farm away to get him if that indeed happens. But we're deep in our farm system, thankfully. They're young, talented, and I think obviously the Marlins are looking for a way to start over and rebuild, so that's to our favor. But, I read where the Giants are also offering Joe Panic, their current infielder, who's wonderfully talented, and so it's not a given that they'll settle for our prospects over theirs. I still think at the end of the day, with Stanton having veto power, he's going to go to the West Coast, in my opinion. But I like our effort. We're swinging for the fence, as they say, and that's nothing but a good thing. It's a big difference from our years past when we gave, the old hometown hopeful discount approach that we thought we might get when pursuing Hayward and some others. This one seems like a more aggressive approach, and it's needed, quite frankly, if you're going to keep pace with the Cubs and others in this day and age right now in baseball, where movers and shakers are doing just that and making a lot of noise. Cardinals are going to have to do the same, and so I know they're a mid-market team, but you got to do what you got to do. Secondary to that, obviously you got to find a closer, and seems like we're seems like we're knee-deep in the middle on that one, and I don't really know where that stands, but obviously got to address those issues and then find a fifth starter, and so get those things done, we'll call it a successful winter, but long ways to go before that happens.
You got it. Rob Cole with us. Last thing, I got 30 seconds before you got to go. Jimbo Fisher's contract signed with Texas A&M, $75 million guaranteed. The guy's making $20,548 a day for the next decade. Whether he wins the game or not, they're on the hook for $75 million guaranteed. Those guys, those are morons at Texas A&M to put any kind of money like that. Rob, $20,548 a day, every day for the next 10 years. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think that's, of course, good for Jimbo Fisher. I mean, the smart man to not turn that one down. But my goodness, that's a...
he said it was a no-brainer. I would think, yeah. Unless you're a complete idiot, you sign that deal because it's all about Texas A&M. They're on the hook for $75 million. Yeah. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, and with his connections in both Texas and Florida, recruiting's not going to be hard for him. I guess winning the team over and the boosters and all that, obviously he's capable of doing. They paid money for him for a reason. I just you can't tell me that he's Nick Saban. You can't tell me he's in that same discussion. Count me surprised like yourself, Big T. I'm just absolutely shocked. I'll be curious to see what Tennessee winds up having to pay for a coach, because I maintain that the events of last week will have, at least in my opinion, some impact on what we wind up paying, depending on who you get. If you wind up going the coordinator route, like with a Mel Tucker, for example, it may mean that you pay slightly more for a new head coach than you wanted. But if you're looking for an established, currently sitting head coach, I have a feeling you're going to have to open up that wallet pretty wide now. I don't know after the events last week that an established head coach is going to be willing to just jump for just a small bump above what he's making right now.
There you go. Hey, great report, my friend. Real quick, the hours are open at Bays Mountain Park.
Yeah, we're in our winter hours, which means we're open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., and then again on Sunday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m.
There you go. Great report, my friend. Head off to your meeting. I'll talk to you next week, all right?
Hey, appreciate you, Big T.
Yes, sir. Good man right there, buddy. Rob Cole, the park manager of Bays Mountain Park here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live here again at Movement Mortgage. Open house coming up. Jeremy Lives is going to join us coming up here in a few minutes. National Hockey League last night. It was the Predators skating past Boston 5-3. Preds now 17-7. The Bruins dropped to 12-9. Other finals last night. Washington skates past San Jose 4-1. It was the Islanders in a shootout defeating Florida 5-4. And Philadelphia, the Flyers skate past Calgary 5-2. Big night tonight in the National Hockey League, busy night, including the Predators on the plane flying into Dallas to skate against the Stars. Preds again 17-7, the Stars at 16-10, also tonight on the ice. New Jersey skates at Columbus. Montreal, the Canadiens against the St. Louis Blues. The Islanders at Tampa Bay. The Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins hosting the Rangers tonight. Detroit at home against Winnipeg. Buffalo skates at Colorado. Carolina in Vancouver against the Canucks. Love saying that. Minnesota in LA against the Kings. And the Vegas Golden Knights on the ice in Vegas against the Anaheim Ducks. An extra schedule for this Tuesday, December the 5th, for the National Hockey League. And Preds, again, the Predators skate tonight in Dallas. Preds 17-7, Dallas at 16-10 on the year. Quick break. We'll be right back. We got them stacked up and ready to go. Danny Good, the athletic director, Daniel Boone, Jeremy Livesey, the manager here at Movement Mortgage, getting ready for the big MM here behind us, the big open house coming up from 4 to 7 today. You've got live music, finger foods, chicken, desserts, giveaways. It's all right here for them to officially welcome you into the brand new digs. This place is nice. It's right across from the Cracker Barrel on Boones Creek. And so they'll welcome you in here. This place will be rocking between 4 and 7 tonight here again for the open house at Movement Mortgage. Quick break. We'll be right back. We are live again at his location. Tomorrow we'll be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday, Champion Chevrolet. And Friday we'll be at Food City on Eastman Road in Kingsport on a Food City Friday. Right back after you hear this on show number 647 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's model year closeout with gym employee pricing and 20% off on 17 models at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. It's a great time to take advantage of closeout savings on our selection of over 300 Chevys to choose from. 17 1500 work truck, $23,995. 17 track, $17,548. 17 cruise, $16,488. 17 spark, $10,950. 17 Malibu, $18,985. Closeout savings, Saturday parts and service hours, and shopping online 24/7 will leave you asking, how do they do that?
Hello, this is Phil Pipkin, owner of Phil's Dream Pit. The holidays are here, and Phil's Dream Pit has the perfect gift idea for you. We have our exclusive Phil's Dream Pit brand of barbecue sauces. 2 16-ounce bottles of original and sweet fire in a convenient gift box. A great gift for any coworker, friend, relative. Anyone would love it. And the best part, it's only $10 plus tax. Phil's Dream Pit barbecue sauces, the perfect Christmas gift. Call 349-6437 or at philsdreampit.com. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
We're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go to the phone. Love having this guy on because he's always so positive and upbeat. Danny Good, the athletic director, Daniel Boone. Good afternoon, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good afternoon to you.
Yes, let's start before we get into basketball and the winter sports. Give us an update. What's going on, Daniel Boone, Trailblazer football with Coach Jenkins?
Coach is actually Coach Jenkins got selected to East-West game, and he is down in Clarksville this week. He's defensive coordinator for the East team, so we're excited for him on that behalf. So, but anyhow, everything's going well.
Absolutely. Of course, again, the Trailblazers have switched gears like everybody has into basketball. And tell me what's going on with the Lady Trailblazers and Coach Brown's boys team.
Yeah, Coach Maines and the girls have gotten off to a fast start. Went down to Bradley Central, beat them down in a pre-Christmas tournament there earlier well, I guess it'd been Thanksgiving really is when it was. So they got the one loss, but got to see some good competition, and that's what he's kind of got planned for the girls this year. I think there are 4 different tournaments they're participating in out of the area. The one in there will be the Greenville tournament down there. So they're off and rolling. Sydney and Macy went ahead and signed with Carson Newman Belmont. So excited about what they have to bring to the table this year. And boys side of things, I think Coach Brown got off a pretty good start. Stubbed her toe last Friday down at Crockett, and he's not very happy about that. So I think tonight you'll see a different team take the floor as we host Cherokee.
We're talking to Danny Good, you see on the screen, the athletic director, Daniel Boone. So boys and girls basketball in high gear. Coach, do either one of the teams go anywhere for Christmas for tournament play this year, the boys and girls basketball?
Yes, sir. The boys are going to Vero Beach, Florida. Coach Brown's got connections down towards the Miami area. It's where he's from. So the boys are going down there playing in the Christmas tournament, and the girls will be playing in the, I'm not sure, is it Andrew Johnson?
Yes.
It used to be the
Yes.
Classic in Greenville. The girls are participating in that.
Yeah, Andrew Johnson Classic.
So,
the bank took over the tournament, so they'll be in Greenville.
Right. And we got the big middle school.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You got a big middle
So
school.
we got the big middle school tournament starting this Saturday, Trailblazer Classic, that our boys program puts on every year. We've got 38 middle schools will be playing here at Boone, Ridgeview Elementary, Gray Elementary, and Sulphur Springs. Excuse me. So we're using 5 different gyms. That starts this Saturday and goes through the following Saturday.
Wow, that is awesome. For middle school boys, middle school tournament, is that correct?
Middle school boys and girls.
And girls.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, back to Vero Beach. Does Coach Brown need anybody to drive the van down there? I'd love to get on that trip and head down to Vero Beach in December.
Right. I tell him all the time, I said, y'all time coming and wanting stuff, but you never invite me anywhere. I don't know.
I understand. That'd be a good place to be in December in Vero Beach, Florida, with your toes in the sand. That'd be good. We're talking to Coach Good.
Exactly.
We're talking to Coach Good, the athletic director. One more sport to showcase. Tell me about your wrestling team right now at Daniel Boone.
Things are really, Coach Montgomery, things are getting better with our wrestling program. We've had trouble in the past with numbers, but we have more kids participating this year than we did last year. We got a middle school program started last year, so that we're starting to see the benefits from it already. So things are looking up with the wrestling program as well. We have a 2-time state champion and junior, Isabella Badon, so we're excited to see what she's able to do this year as well.
Great report, my friend. Is there a website we can go to find out more about Daniel Boone Sports?
You go to the Washington County website. You click on Daniel Boone High School and go to athletics. Our schedules are on there. Any information you need, or you can call the school 477-1600, or you can check out Twitter at Boone Athletics.
Very good. Coach, great report, my friend. Thank you, and we'll probably talk to you again before Christmas. We appreciate your time. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Good man right there, our buddy Danny Good, the athletic director at Daniel Boone. Man, I'd like to be on that gig, driving the bus to Vero Beach, Florida with the Daniel Boone boys basketball team. Driving Daniel Boone. They give me a little derby, and looked like, what was his name? Morgan Freeman driving Miss Daisy, driving Daniel Boone down to Vero Beach, Florida for a Christmas basketball tournament. Man, I'd be all about that. Getting my toes in the sand down in Florida. Give me some seafood. It'd be a good way to go, but didn't hear an invite, so probably not. NBA last night, here's your winners. Charlotte beat Orlando 104-94. Indiana beat New York, got them 115-97. Phoenix, a 14-point winner over Philadelphia last night. Celtics continue their winning ways to beat Milwaukee 111-100. Celtics with the best record in the NBA right now, 21-4. Houston right behind them at 18-4. Other winners last night, the Cavaliers, LeBron and the boys, 22-point win over the Chicago Bulls. Golden State, the defending NBA champions, beat New Orleans by 10, 125-115. Memphis, baby, over Minnesota by 3. Dallas beat Denver by 17 last night. San Antonio, the Spurs, a 3-point winner over Detroit. And Utah beat Washington 116-69. Tonight in the NBA, a light night, 3 games on tap. Phoenix and Toronto to take on the Raptors. Utah, the Jazz, and Oklahoma City. And the Washington Wizards continue their left coast road trip. They'll be in the Pacific Northwest against Portland tonight for the NBA basketball schedule. Boys and girls basketball locally. Let's see who won last night in boys play. South Green beat Unaka 70-34. Sullivan North comes from behind to beat Tri-Cities Christian 68-67 in boys basketball. In Virginia, Royal Retreat all over Patrick Henry 54-27. Hancock County a 3-point win over Thomas Walker in boys action in Virginia. Tonight, conference play. It is action going on around Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. Abington, the Falcons will be in Blacksburg, Virginia. Cherokee at Daniel Boone, as you heard Coach Good say. Crockett at Volunteer. Dobbins Minute travels to Johnson County. Elizabethton will be at Sullivan East tonight. Kachia, the homeschoolers, will be at Sullivan North. Science Hill at Viking Hall to take on Tennessee High. Sullivan Central at Happy Valley. Unicoi County, the Blue Devils will be in Colonial Heights to take on the Sullivan South Rebels. In Virginia, Eastside at Lee. Holston at J.I. Burton. Thomas Walker at Pineville, Kentucky. And Twin Springs will be coming to Johnson City to take on University High. Girls action last night. South Green over Unaka by 12. Sullivan North's ladies beat Tri-Cities Christian by 40, 58-18. Eastside's ladies by 11 over Southwest Virginia. And again tonight, the schedule much the same for the guys. Cherokee's ladies at Boone. Crockett at Volunteer. Dobbins Minute goes to Mountain City to take on Johnson County. Elizabethton's ladies at East. Kachia, the homeschoolers at Sullivan North. Science Hill at Tennessee High. Sullivan Central at Happy Valley. Twin Springs ladies in Johnson City against University High. Unicoi County at Sullivan South. That's your high school basketball schedule for today here on this Tuesday, December the 5th. He's with us. Let's get him up on the screen because we've been waiting on him to be here, and he has arrived, and I like that. Let's get him on the other camera. And we're talking to my man Jeremy Livesey from Movement Mortgage. It is, when you talk about moving, they are moving it. I can tell you that. They are. Look right there. There he is. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Big doings tonight, as they say, starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon. What's going on?
Well, at 4 we have the Chamber of Commerce is coming out. We're going to do the ribbon cutting. That's long overdue, but we got to do what we got to do. And then after that, we're going to have some... I think we've got some catering coming in from, I think, Food City and some other places, and we got some door prizes. Mm-hmm. And then 5 o'clock we got some live music starting, so we have some Christmas tunes will be played for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And just enjoying everybody's company, and hopefully can meet some people and get some realtors in here to kind of see our setup and go from there.
Yep. You guys have been hopping, to say the least. It's been a great November already, hasn't it? And then now we're into December.
It's been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have right now, I think the office itself, we're close, we're shooting almost to just under $5 million this month.
This month alone?
For the office, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not doing too bad.
No.
And but we're more surprised that we're actually doing that kind of business at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah.
Well, we go back and we say this every time we talk about moving mortgage. It's speed, speed, speed. You folks can crank it out. You have been cranking out, 6 or 7 hours, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we sent one down yesterday and got the underwriting back. It's about 3.5 hours when we got it back. So this time of year, depending on workflows at other offices and stuff, stuff's getting done pretty quick. So.
Which is what we want. That's the name of the game. I'm trying to get you leveled up on the camera. There
well, let me sit up here.
There we go. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. Right from that big old MM.
Yeah, my grandmother taught me.
Sit up straight.
Yep. Show my tie off.
Yeah, I like the tie.
Yeah, I wore a tie today, so it's a monumental occasion. Usually this is saved for not this exact tie, but a tie. Mostly for weddings and funerals.
Yeah.
And then obviously grand openings.
There you go, and which is what we got going on today. So this is open to anybody and everybody, right?
Oh, yeah.
More the merrier. This place will be rocking. Why would you not come by? And again, check out the digs. It's right across from the Cracker Barrel here in Boones Creek.
Yeah.
Movement Mortgage in the strip center right beside, N8 Rejuvenation. Is that right? Right beside it?
Sure.
Yeah. I think that's what I saw up on top.
I know Edward Jones is like 2 doors down, so
yeah.
that's my financial advisor.
So Edward Jones, if you can find it, which you could and should, then it's going to be easy to come on in here and check them out. So you've got you, and tell who's on the staff right now.
Right now it's me and Brittany that's working for me, and then we have Angie Omlin and Morgan McClure Boyd is coming, and then we've got Jennifer Holyfield. She's starting next week, and then we have a couple more starting here in the next couple of weeks, and then we have Crystal up front, and she will be a loan officer assistant here soon. She's working on getting her license. Yeah.
So this is all good.
Yeah,
and
it's a beautiful day to come out here for a grand opening. It's not much rain, So might as well be inside having some free food.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to have here. So, all right, let's talk speed. Here it is, the 5th day of December. Tell me how we do this. We call you first, get pre-qualified, go out and find the home we want, and then call you. How's it work?
It's easier to call us first, so we can kind of tell you what price range you're able to look in. And then a lot of times people, especially nowadays, there seems to be a lot of foreclosures on the market, or a lot of people that have let houses go. I mean, I hate to say it, when, in this area, we found out, like in Irwin, when the railroad kind of had their little debacle, we had a lot of houses that were distressed. So, we want to look at the house first to see what kind of financing is available for it. So we do pick up, if they find a house, if they know they're looking at a certain house, I'll go ahead and make some phone calls on their behalf to make sure that the house is financeable, or if not, then we can at least point them in the right direction to get them financed. So, yeah, just trying to make sure that, all their expectations are met up front, and then, set the, where we need to be, and then once they find the house, or if it's that house, just tell them how to set up their contracts and go from there.
So it's simpler to come in here first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and get pre-qualified. Then he can say, okay, you want this XYZ priced house, but you don't qualify. Or you could say, you can get a little bit higher because we've got you set up where you can go look at a bigger home.
Yep.
It's not always negative. Sometimes it can be a positive. You're shooting too low, you can get a bigger home, or a bigger price tagged home.
Yeah.
And that way they can go out and literally take the parameters. So isn't that how you normally do it? So, okay, you have between 100 and 120,000, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
And really what we look at is, and I may take it differently from other people, but once we pull credit and get all the information from there, then I go into the point of, in the mortgage world, I hate to say it, we don't take into account that you have a life. So we don't take into account cell phones and kids and, traveling for whatever. So we have to make sure that the payment that these people are getting are within their means.
Sure.
So even though somebody could be approved up for $300,000, their payment that they want maybe for only like $150. So we try not to get them in over their head and stuff like that. So we want to make sure that when they look at this house, they know what the payment's going to be, and then so they're not shocked when we tell them. And then try to find different ways, give them their options and say, this way you can maybe have a little bit higher interest rate, but you won't have the mortgage insurance or something like that. So try to cater it to whatever they need.
Yep. Yeah. That's why he's doing such a great job, and that's why he's in a brand new company, Movement Mortgage. And so for folks out there who go, is this a local company? Tell me about Movement Mortgage.
It's actually nationwide. Right now we are the 7th largest purchase lender in the nation. So, and I'm not sure, around here we're obviously new, but for this area, we move out in Knoxville. They're big in Knoxville, Chattanooga, Asheville, and then our home office is in Charlotte. So we're based out of Charlotte, which is it's a pretty big outfit down there. It's an impressive facility they got. So.
Well, and if you've done $5 million already, and we're in the 5th day of December for the month of December, is that correct?
Yeah, we're going to close just right now. We got about just over $5 million in the books.
So it's becoming a big deal in the Tri-Cities too, obviously. So
yeah, it's going to be once we hire some more people, and we're going to make some changes around here.
There you go.
Yeah.
JeremyLivesey.com is where you can find him. You get all the information you need for him, and of course his lovely assistant, Miss Brittany Kasem. So 4 to 7 today, the open house, live music, chicken, finger foods, chicken from the strips from Food City, good. Desserts, live music, got some giveaways. Also, of course, there'll be a lot of different folks in here. It's going to be a great networking opportunity.
Absolutely. And I'm not singing, so that's another plus. And so don't come out here expecting that. But I will be here with the talent, so
yes.
That's
a big step.
It really is, and I think more people should take advantage of that.
Yeah. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. You're not singing that one?
No.
Not singing any of them? No. I got
Silent
you.
night.
All right. Tennessee football. Silent night. Literally. Silent evening. No singing from a man.
Exactly.
Tennessee football. What do we think? What's going on? Where do you think we're headed with this thing?
We're headed somewhere good, apparently. It can't be any worse. So
I'm into that.
I think Fulmer being put in there is for me, I think is an excellent choice, and nobody loves Tennessee more than him. So I think he's going to do whatever is best for the university. Really just hope that he understands that there's other sports as well, other than football. So we'll see how that goes. And but hearing everybody up, down in Knoxville, everyone seems to like him, and then Coach Barnes likes him. So I mean, that's good for basketball. I said maybe he'll, get us up on the higher ranks up there too. So I think we're making a good way.
Fulmers of the National Football Foundation College Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony in New York today. Peyton Manning going in, one of the inductees. So I'm sure up there he's going to be able to kind of beat the bushes, do some talking. Here's a short list of who he's talking to, or is reaching out to: former LSU coach Les Miles, current SMU coach Chad Morris, the Georgia defensive coordinator Mel Tucker, the Clemson defensive coordinator Brent Venables, and Auburn defensive coordinator, I think he's former Vol Kevin Steele. So those are the folks that have been, looks like it's going to be on the list, a short list for Fulmer to talk to or have spoken to. I think Gruden's toast.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's not coming. I told you from the get-go he wasn't coming.
Probably changed his number and everything.
Yeah. Lane Kiffin wants to come, but he ain't coming.
I would love for Lane Kiffin just to watch.
This guy's a piece of work. You know, he wins going to the bowl now. He says, "Yeah, we want to play Alabama. Bring on Alabama. We want to play. I'll play Saban. I want to play Nick." This he just stirs the pot all the time.
No, I think it was the crowd that said bring on Bama, and then he said, "I don't think our boys want to deal with that right now," or something like that. And I was like, "That's kind of a shot at your team, man." And but I think his school and Alabama, they're in two different worlds.
Georgia, Oklahoma. Who do you like? Final four.
Actually, I like Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
All right. And who do you like between Clemson and Alabama?
I really just hope Clemson wears them out.
Spoken as a true Tennessee fan.
I think they should. I was one of our friends, Mike Baird. I don't know if you know him or not. He's a diehard Bama fan, and we were at the at lunch on Sunday at our favorite watering hole, and he was sitting beside us during the whole thing, and I made the mention there should only be three. Give Clemson the first round bye, have Oklahoma and Georgia play, and whoever wins plays Clemson. And he didn't like that. And
did he storm out?
But no, he understands the reality of what's going to happen. I mean, he even said that man was going to get killed
by Clemson. Really?
And for him to say that, it took a lot.
Wow. I don't think he'll get killed. I think they may beat him, but I don't think Alabama will get killed.
I don't think they'll get killed, but I don't think it's going to be. It'll probably be a couple touchdowns. I think.
Give Nick 2 or 3 weeks to get ready for a team. That's.
Yeah, I'll say he's got all the time in the world, but
Dabo's
good.
Dabo's doing the same thing.
Oh yeah,
he's getting ready too. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Movement Mortgage, the open house again. JeremyLivesey.com. So that's going on there. And then the NBA. Who's Boston and the Rockets, the top two teams right now, the two hottest teams in the league.
Right now.
Yeah.
Well, they're not too hottest. Cleveland's won, 13 straight or something like that.
Well, that's true. I was going by records. But
records. Cleveland's making the move, and I'm just hoping that Derrick Rose coming back now and don't screw it up, but just leave him on the bench and just let him do what he's got to do. And then it's like Golden State's, they're getting mean. Durant's getting tossed from games.
Yeah, they're getting copping a tood.
Yeah, I think Curry hurt his ankle or something.
Everybody's gunning for the Warriors.
Yeah,
because you're the big dog. You're now the hunted. So
absolutely,
and they need to understand that everybody wants a piece of the big dog.
Yeah.
So it validates who we are, and we can go beat the champions. So
exactly right.
Yep. So we are here today. JeremyLivesey.com is where they need to go to find out all they need about you, and so you can get someone turned and get them in a home by Christmas, right?
If they want to, yeah.
Yeah. And some people want to do that, get into their new home and decorate it for the holidays, and they got to get on it, but they can do it.
Yeah, and we've got some people right now. I'm actually taking a loan out this afternoon before the open house, and he's closing on like the 22nd or something like that.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. This guy gets it done. He and Brittany, they don't mess around. JeremyLivesey.com, right? Love his guy.
Come see us.
He's a great friend, yep. Again, located one more time right across from the Cracker Barrel here in Boones Creek, right here on this strip plaza. Of course, you can't say I don't know why I'm doing that, but it's right here. It runs, the road goes this way, and the strip plaza is this way, strip mall, whatever, and you can see Cracker Barrel right through the trees. So it's easy to find.
They can see our sign. We got our sign put up yesterday. You can actually see it from right up off the interstate now.
Oh, the sign's up. I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
okay.
It's up. And
well, then
it's up and well lit.
Just look for the sign. Movement Mortgage.
Yeah, we're between Waffle House and Cracker Barrel, so we're all sorts of healthy.
On that note, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. This guy's a piece of work. Love him so. Appreciate you letting me come. He's one of the great sponsors here on the show number 647. And again, want to say hello to the folks. Hello, Rick Ranson down in Fort Lauderdale watching. Chris Payne always has us on. A lot of his buddies working at Eastman watching the show. Also, Becky Hickenbottom, she's watching. Renee McNeil and Jerry and the folks in Elizabethton watching the show. So we're both local and out of state and out of town. AT in West Virginia, hello to you. And so it's all good. JeremyLivesey.com. We'll be right back. We're giving away goodies, live music. I'm giving away door prizes.
We're giving away live music, yes.
Live music, giveaway, some great door prizes sitting over here. Desserts, finger foods, Food City chicken, which is good. Those chicken strips, that is
and
good.
And chicken salad, I think.
And chicken salad, and some live music. It's going to be very festive. Everything but Jeremy singing. So,
yep.
There you go.
That's my gift
Does
to you.
Brittany sing?
I haven't asked. I'm going to guess not.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, I would.
Right?
Yeah, don't come for that if you're going.
Don't come for Brittany or
might
Jeremy
get,
singing.
McClure might sing though. He's got some pipes on.
He's got some pipes. McClure could sing. What about Angie?
I'm gonna decline that one too.
Okay. Yeah. She's got some pipes. I don't know whether she's going to sing or not, but
yeah, I don't think so.
Probably not.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to take a look at Major League Baseball coming up next, and Kevin Harmon at the bottom of the hour getting us the very latest on Tennessee football, Tennessee basketball, and the Tennessee Lady Vols. Next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here with the ratio. It goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitat, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go to the Vonies there, our buddy Kevin Harmon, and we've kept him busy over the last 3-4 days, and that's because he's got his ear to the ground in Knoxville. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I appreciate the time. We've worked you hard. We probably have to go out and feed you somewhere because you've done yeoman's job of keeping us in the loop. So what is the very latest? What are you hearing about the Tennessee head coaching football situation at the University of Tennessee?
Well, Fulmer's in New York City for the Hall of Fame introduction of Peyton Manning. So there he will get the opportunity to meet and greet and shake hands with many, many head coaches and coordinators. What I can tell right now, he's interviewed Kevin Steele, Mel Tucker, Chad Morris, and Jeremy Pruitt. Evidently, Pruitt had a very good interview. So I think in New York City, he'll probably try to talk to some existing coaches. You hear about Peterson, you hear about Brom, you hear, Frost is off the table, obviously, but I think Peterson is going to get an interview, from what I understand, and possibly the guy from Nebraska. I just mentioned his name, Brom, and possibly Les Miles. We'll have to see. I don't know how legitimate he actually is, but Tennessee, I think he could fall in Tennessee's lap if some people turn his job down. So, it's kind of hard to tell what he's going to do in New York, but I do believe that he will conduct some interviews and narrow his list down and hopefully make the decision this week.
All right, what about Peterson? Where's he coaching? And Jeff Brom's at Purdue. The Nebraska coach has got fired with Mike Riley. So what about Todd Graham of Arizona State? Why is he not being mentioned, do you think?
He just got fired, didn't he?
Yes, so he's available.
Yeah, they're not going to go that route, I don't believe. I think a lot of, too, is like with Peterson, he doesn't have ties to the Southeast, and that makes it tough in recruiting. You really have to build your base, and you have to have a lot of a good staff. I think Fulmer understands the need to have the head coach be already involved in the Southeast and recruiting here, especially in Georgia and Florida. And I think that'll weigh heavily on the search. When Tennessee was great in the '90s, they pulled a lot of players from North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, West Tennessee. So I believe that those connections that a coach would have will play a big, big role in what Fulmer decides. I think that's where Jeremy Pruitt kind of puts a leg up. Chad Morris, was the offensive coordinator at Clemson before he took over SMU. He's got some contacts in the South, but he's not. He's from Texas. He played high school ball in Texas. He knows a lot of Texas people. So I think he's a better fit at SMU. But the problem with SMU, it's like the 10th best program in the state of Texas. So he understands he's a good coach, but he doesn't have the connection. So I think that's a big deal to Fulmer. I just get that feeling.
We're talking to Kevin Harmon again. He's on the phone with us to get the Tennessee football update. So one of the names I saw was Clemson defensive coordinator Brent Venables. What's your take on him? And is Kevin Steele, does he have Tennessee ties, the defensive coordinator at Auburn?
Yeah, Kevin Steele was in school when I was in school. He played on the football team. I believe he was a defensive end. He wasn't a big guy, but I don't think he played. I think he started, but I don't think he was, a star like Derek Barnett or Reggie White. But he's a Tennessee guy. He's not coached there, I don't believe, since he left school, and he's had some issues. But he's 60 years old. He's our age, and I don't know if they'll go that route. They might. He's had some issues coaching before, but that was at Baylor back when Baylor was dead in the water. What was the other coach you said? Peterson?
Venables. Brent Venables from Clemson.
Venables from Clemson, defensive coordinator.
Yes.
A lot of people were very high on him. I think he would require some help. He's only ever coached the defensive side of the football. He would need a very good offensive staff. I'm not sure how heavily involved in recruiting he is. But he's getting mentioned a lot. He's getting a lot of play. I believe that Fulmer may go that. We'll just have to see. Obviously he's been around a very successful program with Clemson, and they took that thing from being in the dumps basically after Tuberville to getting this thing, getting it rolling like it is right now. He's really rolling in some recruiting, and Dabo's done a very good job up there. So I think Venables has a very good reputation, so he might go that route. We'll see.
We're talking to Kevin Harmon, talking Tennessee football updates. So the recruiting, the early signing period, 2 weeks from tomorrow. Where are the recruits for Tennessee? Are they gone? Are they on a holding pattern? What do you think's going on with them right now?
Well, I think they're all in a holding pattern, and I think that's sort of a sense of urgency for Coach Fulmer is to get a coach named so that this coach can reach out, especially those kids who've either recommitted somewhere else or decommitted, like Cade Mays especially. He's decommitted, but he's not committed somewhere else, and he's saying that he's really watching this next coaching hire. So I believe it's a big deal. I mean, so I think he's the one you really, really need back. And of course, they want to keep Martinez, and he's been offered by Nebraska now. But I think a good hire, you might be able to pull some of these guys back. And Cade Mays, with Trey Smith made second team All SEC, so he's going to be an All SEC guy next year. And you put Cade Mays in next to him, Tennessee can solidify that offensive line. So it's a big deal who we hire. I'd like to see him get Cade Mays back.
You look at some of the coaches that got fired, one of those being Mike Riley, Nebraska. Don't hear his name being batted around by anybody. Jim Mora, who got canned at UCLA. We mentioned Todd Graham. What about Brett Bielema? The guy got canned at Arkansas. Are any of these guys a potential candidate for Tennessee football?
No.
Okay. There you go.
No.
Moving on.
Tennessee's not going to go that route. Wayne Kiffin, Tennessee's not going to go that route.
No. John Gruden? No.
No. Burnt too many bridges. And they're serious about candidates. They want somebody that's serious for the job. And I think Les Miles, he gives you a lot of intangibles. He's recruited in the South. He's done well. He's got the connections. He's won championships. He knows what he's doing. He's an offensive mind. So I'm kind of intrigued by Les Miles. He's got a big unknown. He's got a big other side. And Orgeron's kind of followed him and done okay. So you wonder exactly how, Miles, I always felt his teams were underprepared. So I'm not sure exactly if we'll go there, but he is out there, and obviously it seems like he wants the job.
Talking to Kevin Harmon, Heisman Trophy coming up Saturday night this weekend in New York. Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma, Lamar Jackson, Louisville, Bryce Love, Stanford. Who is your Heisman Trophy winner this year?
I don't think there's going to be any doubt that Baker Mayfield's going to win this thing.
Okay. All right.
No doubt at all. It'd be the biggest shock since Manning didn't win it.
All right. Let's see, another topic. Hunter Yurachek in as the athletic director at Houston. They're going to speed things up now to getting a new coach at Arkansas. So is Tennessee competing against Arkansas in a roundabout way for a coaching position right now?
Well, I would think if you went the coordinator route, you are. Yes, definitely. Arkansas, has always been prided themselves on being a very, very physical team. It's a worse state to recruit than the state of Tennessee, but I'm surprised that Bielema didn't do that well there. He was, very good at Wisconsin, and he's a physical coach, and it's shocking to me that he just absolutely let them down. So I don't know where they're going, but I think, yes, on the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator side, we'll definitely bump heads with them on the coaching trail.
Going to get into basketball in just a second. Last thing in college football, I just don't get it. Now, you can help me with this, but Texas A&M signs Jimbo Fisher a $75 million guaranteed contract, which means he can lose every game at Texas A&M. He's still going to get $20,548 every day for the next 10 years. And that's guaranteed. Somebody's going to shell out that kind of money, and that's what he's getting starting, I guess, Saturday when they signed the papers, or Sunday. So he's making $20,000 a day as the head football coach at Texas A&M. I don't care what anybody says. That is absurd. That is nuts. And, of course, the kicker to this is, Kevin, that money doesn't come up from state funds. This is all private donation money that's guaranteed. We're going to pay this guy. So he says it's a no-brainer. The chancellor says we couldn't get him to agree to a 15-year deal, so this is the best we got. We gave him a 10-year deal, making $20,000 a day. It's absurd. Your thoughts are?
Well, he's a good coach, and Texas A&M is serious about football. If you go up and you go to that stadium and you go to those games, you'll realize how they're really into their football, and they have a rich, rich tradition. And they're tired of being also ran in the SEC West, especially with Alabama and Auburn. Texas A&M is an SEC team. and I think that they want to compete, and they went out and got the best coach available. Jimbo has proven himself, and he can develop quarterbacks. He had a tough year this year, but I think Alabama sort of broke their spirit early, and then they had all the issues with the hurricane. Canceling games. They went a while without playing, and he's come out and said he thought he'd worked them too hard, and the team just sort of lost focus. I think he's learned a lot. He's a good coach. I think A&M. I'd love to have Jimbo Fisher. I think A&M did a good job. The money, that's what the market bears right now. These guys are going to get higher and higher and higher, especially when you have deep pockets like Texas A&M does. And if you go up and you look at that stadium and you look at that whole city, College Station's a college town. You'll see that there's a ton of money in that Texas Oil and all those guys. And there's a lot of tradition there, and those guys have a lot of money, and they want a good football team, and they're not afraid to pay, and that's exactly what they did.
I guess Alabama's going to have to pony up some money because Nick Saban says he's always going to be the highest-paid coach in college football. That's in his contract. So I guess they're fixing to shell out some more money for Nick Saban. So we'll see. We're talking to Kevin Harmon again with the UT football update. We'll talk a little sports, a little college football. Rick Barnes, the men's basketball team, cracking the top 25 this week and a number 24, playing some pretty good basketball. Got Lipscomb coming in, then they got North Carolina up next. So what's your take on the men's team right now at Tennessee?
Well, I love the men's team, and it's a great break from what happened in football. And Barnes is really coaching these guys up. And if you watch the Purdue game and even the Villanova, Villanova's got a lot of talent. But Tennessee played with them for a half and just sort of couldn't weather that storm in starting the second half. But they got a pretty good team. I watched that Georgia Tech game, and you lost Williams, you lost Alexander late, and you had to have kids stand up, and that's what happens. That's what happened with Tennessee. Monte Turner drained a couple threes and hit some big jump shots. Him and Bowden made some great free throws down the stretch, and Tennessee pulled out a great win at Georgia Tech. They've got their schedule resume looks really good. But the kicker's going to be Carolina. If they can play Carolina and if they can beat Carolina, Tennessee is they're really, people are starting to notice. And what I like about this team is that the quality of depth that they have. And Fulkerson and Walker, and those guys haven't even rounded into form yet. And the kind of energy that Fulkerson brings. And once he gets, his little feet back under him, and he's going to provide some very good minutes. The two junior college transfers are providing some great shooting and some great leadership. And this is a fun team to watch, and they're not out of it. And what really has surprised me is how Kyle Alexander has really become a force on the offensive boards. And Tennessee is out rebounding. Purdue had 2 7-footers, and we out rebounded by 20 rebounds. They're a fun team to watch. They're a fun team to watch, and I'm going to the Carolina game. That's what you guys pay me to do. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to pour for the orange, and that's going to be a great game. It's already a sellout, so it's going to be a great game, and that will really give a measuring stick to Tennessee. We should have beat them last year. We couldn't pull it out there at the end. I'm not sure that we have that issue this year, but it is Carolina. They're going to be a lot of blue in that stadium. Or in the field house at Thompson Bowling. So it's a great game. I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait.
We are looking at the pre-Christmas schedule. They've got Lipscomb coming up later this week, then North Carolina next Sunday a week. They've got Furman before Christmas, and then, of course, after that, and then they go to Wake Forest on the 23rd. Then they crank back up after Christmas. They get into the Southeastern Conference schedule quickly with at Arkansas, Auburn, and Kentucky in a row. So they'll find out pretty quick how they're going to size up in the SEC. But it is a fun team to watch, obviously. And also Holly Warlick's Lady Vols currently went up another notch this week. They're currently 11th in the country. And what's your take on Lady Vol basketball right now?
Well, my take on Lady Vol basketball is they've not played a soul. Let's see what happens when they get into conference play. Then I'll have a better. My opinion sort of mirrors what happened last year. When we have a team that's as good as we are, we're not very well coached, and we'll lose the basketball game. We play tight, so I'm off the bandwagon until she starts beating some SEC teams. They're a good team. The SEC is a good league. When Miss Yachty does when she plays Mississippi State or South Carolina or Kentucky. then I'll have a better feeling. Right now, my feeling is, well, we hadn't played anybody.
All right, very good. Hey, we'll keep you on the hook. You've been busy. We can't thank you enough. So when we hear some more about Tennessee football, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, obviously the sooner the better, then we'll get your reaction, get you back on talking about it, all right?
All right. Sounds great.
Yep. Great job,
Love
man.
the show.
Thank you, sir. Love you, too.
All right, brother. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Take care. Good man right there, our buddy. We do appreciate that, and we love the show, too, obviously. And we thank you wherever you are watching the show. Hello to James Horn and Bill Patrick and Jerry McNeil and Von Hall and Christian Trivet. Let's see who else we want to say hello to. Let's see right here. Vince Red, Londa Whittington, Billy J. Crawford. We'll see Billy J. coming up this Friday. We'll be live at Food City in Kingsport for a Food City Friday. Getting ready for the big holiday open house at all Food Cities. Coming up, that'll be on Saturday. Food City hosting the annual holiday open house at all locations. This will be live entertainment, crafts, door prizes, cake show, displays of holiday fruit baskets, floral centerpieces, wreaths, in-store made candles and gift items, sampling stations featuring candles, cheese balls, specialty cheeses, new and traditional holiday favorites, and a whole lot more. Of course, that'll be coming up this coming Saturday, as we said, at all Food City stores. $5 off any party tray purchase totaling $15 or more ordered during the open house. So when you order the trays on Saturday, get $5 off the trays. Prepared holiday meals. Choose from a savory selection of fully prepared meals you can order ahead of time and pick up at the store. Receive 10 times the bonus value points with the purchase of select Spiral hams this holiday season, and special holiday pricing throughout the store. It'll be all coming up on Saturday. We'll be there at Food City on Eastman Road on Friday, getting you ready for that. And, of course, all the specials going on for this big holiday open house weekend. So it's going to be good. We'll be there again broadcasting live on Friday. Thursday will be at Champion Chevrolet. Tomorrow will be at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. Full shows for the next couple of days, and that's great. Had a full show today. We're going to take a quick break, come right back at about 16, 17 minutes left in the show. We'll come back and talk Major League Baseball. We got some movement going on in the bigs. We'll tell you all about that right after this break. Don't forget Cash for Christmas. Be sure and share or retweet this show to anybody and everybody. It automatically enters you to win $100 cash. We'll give that away next Friday. We'll be at Food City in Blunteville. And you can do that, and we're counting those and checking those and tabulating those through next Thursday, the 14th. Again, as you can see, valid on Facebook shares and Twitter retweets occurring from now through December the 14th. One $100 cash winner plus multiple prize winners. One share or retweet equals one entry. There's no limit on the number of entries you can make. So, again, be sure and share this moving on and like it. Excuse me. And be sure and share it to other folks, and we'll thank you ahead of time for that. Again, Nature's Way, the product on sale this month. Again, only 5 days into the month, but everything Nature's Way is 20% off at Max Medicine Mart. We'll be there broadcasting live on Monday. Can't wait. And so 20% off everything in the store that's Nature's Way through the end of the month of December at Max Medicine Mart. Also, Willow Tree Angels, they have a tremendous selection of Willow Tree Angels. They really get depleted this time of year. They make great Christmas gifts, so they have a great selection of Willow Tree Angels at Max Medicine Mart on Center Street in Kingsport. Make tracks to Max, and we do, and you do, and we appreciate that very much. And we'll be with Dr. Walton and William Yarber and all the folks coming up again on Monday at Max Medicine Mart. And then also, before we go to the break, I want to remind you about our buddy, the Gator Man at Cherokee Barbershop, South Roan Street in Johnson City, Executive Park South, where he's located. When the barber pulls out, the Gator Man's in. Again, haircuts are free. Haircuts, a cup of coffee costs you $11. Get to keep the cup, but haircuts are free. Again, at Cherokee Barbershop on South Roan Street in Johnson City. And again, Executive Park South, he's open Tuesday through Saturday. And when the barber pole's out, the Gator Man's in. He's there today. And again, does a great job. He trimmed the beard. Guess it's on Friday. And Roy had some compliments about how nice the beard looks. And I appreciate that very much. So that's all because of the Gator Man making it look good, and we appreciate him very much. We'll talk baseball coming up next, and also begin to wrap this thing up. We're live again at Movement Mortgage, their open house today from 4 until 7 here right across from the Cracker Barrel, Boones Creek. Easy to find. The signs are up now. It's a brand new place. Got their signs up yesterday, and so live music, Food City Chicken, finger foods, desserts, giveaways, all right here from 4 until 7 today. Chamber of Commerce do the ribbon cutting. It's a big deal. It's going to be exciting, and so we would encourage you to stop by here today. It's open to anybody and everybody at Movement Mortgage here in Boones Creek, right across from the Cracker Barrel. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball. Got some stories popping there. And then, golf. Got some golfing problems. We'll tell you about that here in Johnson City. We'll do that right after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
This holiday season, those of us at Phil's Dream Pit here would like to make it easy for you to entertain your guests and visitors with our Dream Packs to go. We have pork, chicken, or brisket, and the sides. All Dream Packs come with 3 sides, the buns or toast, and the sauce. We can do these value packs from anywhere from 4 up to 50 to 100 people, just depending on how many you have to feed. Call about the Dream Packs to go at Phil's Dream Pit, 349-6437.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard. We've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show for a few more minutes on this Tuesday, December the 5th, show number 647. Very proud of that. Again, our verse of the day is out of the book of Proverbs, says, "Commit your works to me, and your thoughts will be established." I love that. And so that's what's going on with our verse of the day here. We always open and close the show with a Bible verse for the day, as we dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross every day, unashamedly. Major League Baseball announcing its final award winners for the 2017 season. The Comeback Players of the Year announced this over the weekend. We've just been busy, have not mentioned it to you. The National League winner is rookie closer Greg Holland, while the American League winner is Royals third baseman Mike Moustakas. Again, those are the 2 players, Comeback Players of the Year. Moustakas, 29, only managed 27 games in 2016 due to an injury. This season, he came back for 148 games, hitting .272, 24 doubles, 38 homers, and 85 RBIs. He set a Royals franchise record for home runs in a single season, and so breaking Steve Balboni's long-standing record. So Moustakas had a great year for the Royals on a comeback. Greg Holland had not thrown a pitch since 2015. Coming off Tommy John surgery, he led the National League with 41 saves while making his 3rd All-Star team as a individual, of course. He pitched a 3.61 ERA and 70 strikeouts in 57 1/3 innings of baseball. So both players are free agents. Were also teammates with the Royals from 2011 to 2015. So both these guys are available to move on and probably will here in 2018. Let's clear the throat one more time. Excuse me, sorry about that. So Moustakas and from the Royals, and Greg Holland also from, as we told you, the Rockies are your comeback players of the year in Major League Baseball. The final award passed out for 2017. Then you have two-way Japanese star Shohei Ohtani was posted on Friday, and already hearing reports he has narrowed the field of his potential future employer to 7 possible destinations: the Cubs, the Angels, the Dodgers, the Padres, the Giants, the Mariners, and the Rangers, all interested in Ohtani. This young man's a two-way Japanese star, Shohei Ohtani. And so we'll see who ends up with him. Cubs can give him about $300,000 signing bonus. Angels can spend up to $1.3 on this guy. Dodgers have the best history in the game when it comes to signing and transitioning international talent, so that may be an opportunity. Padres only won 71 games last year, but seem poised for a major turn and willing to invest some money in this kid. San Francisco Giants, they got their hands full right now trying to sign Stanton. So we'll see if they can still have enough money laying on the table if they get Stanton to go get Ohtani. Mariners, long and very good history with Japanese players, and Seattle is very internationally friendly as well. Mariners can offer more than $1.5 million to this guy as well. And the Rangers, at $3.5 million, can outspend everyone. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the services of Shohei Ohtani, the two-way Japanese star. And again, the bidding process very much is on. College basketball again tonight. Let's run them down for you. 3rd-ranked Michigan State at Rutgers. 4th-ranked Nova at number 12 Gonzaga tonight. Notre Dame hosting Ball State. Again, you have 15th-ranked Virginia at number 18 West Virginia tonight in Morgantown. A 7 o'clock tip-off on ESPN. Also tonight, you have South Dakota State traveling to Wichita State to battle the Shockers, who are number 6 in the country. 22nd ranked Nevada at Texas Tech tonight. That's a good matchup. Nevada 8-0, Texas Tech, the Red Raiders at 6-1. Top-ranked Duke should have no problem with St. Francis of Pennsylvania. They're 3-4. The Dukies are undefeated, number 1 of the country at 10-0. 7th-ranked Texas A&M at Arizona tonight. Could be a trap game. Aggies at 7-0. Arizona at home, they are 5-3 on the year. 14th-ranked Minnesota at Nebraska in the Big Ten. Again, the Golden Gophers are 8-1. The Nebraska Cornhuskers are 6-3. And probably a real good matchup tonight. 20th-ranked TCU, the Horned Frogs at 8-0, hosting SMU, the Mustangs, at 7-2 tonight. Again, Tennessee basketball later on this week. Bucks of East Tennessee State back home against Northern Kentucky tomorrow night, again at Freedom Hall in Johnson City. Science Hill Wrestlers, let's bring you up to speed on these guys. Went into Greenville, South Carolina over the weekend and led by Chase Dill, the individual winner in the 160-pound weight class. Science Hill finished the weekend by placing 2nd out of 43 teams, including state champions from North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Hilltoppers ended up just behind Buford, Georgia, the defending state champions in Georgia in the final standings. Only missed about 2 points, too. It was very close to winning the whole thing. Science Hill loaded in wrestling. They had 7 individual medalists. Tyler Seeley in the 120 class. Luke Story in the 138 class, Weston Brown at 195, all taking 3rd-place medals. Joseph Fry at 132, Jacob Morrell 170, both ending up 5th in the tournament out of 43 teams. That's strong. Arthur James was a very respectable 7th in the 145 class. So Science Hill's wrestling team 2nd in a 43-team tournament down in Greenville, South Carolina over the weekend, losing to the defending state champion in Georgia, Buford, Georgia. So congratulations to Jimmy Miller, the wrestling coach at Science Hill, putting together a great season again in 2017 for the wrestlers at Science Hill. Finally, in sports, Johnson City Commissioners will determine the fate of Buffalo Valley Golf Course, which has operated at a net loss over the last decade. They had a gentleman come in and do a consulting survey, gather opinions. What do you think should happen? Jim Keegan, managing principal of a golf industry consulting firm, says He feels like they should shut it down, close down Buffalo Valley. Johnson City now transferring $622,000 out of the general fund to support golf at Buffalo Valley Golf Course. Dating back to 2006, this is unimaginable what they've done, but this is going back, 11 years? Dating back to 2006, Johnson City taxpayers have footed over $8.7 million to keep both Buffalo Valley and Pine Oaks Golf Course operational. That's incredible. Over the last 11 years, over $8 million to keep those two open, keep them operating. So that's, got to do something about that. That's a lot of money going down. That's like pouring money down a rat hole. Yep, golf's great, courses are great, but if you're losing that kind of money, $8.7 million taxpayers had to foot over the last 11 years to keep both Buffalo Valley and Pine Oaks Golf Course operational in Johnson City. I can't see that continuing. So we'll see what the commissioners decide to do, but I don't know if you close both of them, but one of them's got to go, I would think. Maybe both. I don't know. But we'll see. I know the national trend is there's more golf courses than you got players now. It's the supply has exceeded the demand, and there's more golf courses than needed, and so a lot of them are operating at a negative across the country, and obviously this one is as well. Again, they have to, what did they say, foot $602,000. Johnson City now transferring $622,000 out of the general fund to support golf. Boy, imagine where that can go to some of the other. You take that kind of money. Remember we talked last week about them building that new baseball and softball complex here in Boones Creek. You take that money and put it where it's going to be better used. $622,000 go a long way for a softball complex here in Boones Creek that everybody, all these kids can benefit and use, both guys and girls. And then $8.7 million they have, gosh, let me read that one more time. Johnson City taxpayers have footed over $8.7 million since 2006, which is 11 years ago, obviously, to keep both Buffalo Valley and Pine Oaks Golf Course operational. So that's a lot of money going down a rat hole that apparently not getting any bang for their buck. So we'll see how it goes going forward with the Johnson City Commissioners, what they will decide to do. Hey, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Appreciate the show as always, and I want to say thanks to Betsy Holloman from Speedway Lights. Open tonight. Tom, it's pouring down the rain. Show goes on. They'll still be up there, and you'll be amazed the number of people show up when it's raining. Again, at Speedway Lights. In fact, I've done it myself before, and it's okay. You jump out with an umbrella in the Christmas Village, and the rest of the time you're driving through in your car, so it's not like you're going to get wet unless you opt to do that when you get out at the end, when it goes down inside the infield of Bristol Motor Speedway. So they are open tonight from 6 till 10. Thanks to Betsy for giving us an update. Rob Cole, the park manager of Bays Mountain Park. Also Danny Good, the athletic director of Daniel Boone. And also want to say thanks to Kevin Harmon, giving us the very latest in Tennessee football and basketball. And also thanks to our buddy, of course, right here at Movement Mortgage, Jeremy Livesey, here in Boones Creek, right across from the Cracker Barrel. It all gets started here in about 3 hours. Yep, it's going to be a lot of fun. Live music, Food City chicken strips, finger foods, desserts, giveaways, all right here from 4 till 7. And again, get a chance to come by here. You say, well, I don't really have a reason. Sure, come on by anyway. Meet Jeremy and Angie and Brittany and McClure Boyd and all the folks. It's going to be a great time. And so some live guys in here playing some live Christmas music. It's going to be cool. So, again, come on in here today from 4 to 7 and enjoy the Christmas open house. Also, the chamber will be here to make it official and do the ribbon cutting. So, Christmas open house, ribbon cutting today from 4 to 7 here again at Movement Mortgage. And, again, you can find out more about Jeremy Livesey and all the great things he's doing, one of our great sponsors, at jeremylivesey.com. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We'll rejoin you tomorrow. We'll be live again at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. If you get a chance, go to my personal Facebook page that says Tom Taylor. Click on it and look at the pictures. I ran some video yesterday with my cell phone camera, which is not very good, but it's okay. It gets the point. And check out some of the scenes at the Cove, the Billy Graham Training Center in western North Carolina there, Black Mountain, Asheville, and see the unbelievable, the lobby of the Billy Graham Training Center with the big, 25, 30-foot stone fireplace going all the way to the ceiling, obviously, with the huge 10 or 15-foot round wreath above the fireplace. This fireplace is probably as wide as this door here, wide as this windows here. Huge. And then in the wreaths are candles, got greenery, and off to the side you can see on the video a full life nativity scene there in the lobby. It's not live, but it's full life. I mean, it's the real deal, and very, very tastefully done. So check that out. Pretty cool opportunity yesterday to get over and meet Will Graham, the evangelist. Circle your calendar, April the 27th, 28th, and 29th. He'll be in Freedom Hall for a 3-day celebration / revival. Will Graham, the grandson of Billy Graham, of course, the son of Franklin Graham with Samaritan's Purse. So second generation now of Billy Graham's ministry through his grandson Will. Met him yesterday, great guy. And so he's going to be on the show coming up here very, very soon, and we appreciate that very, very much, along with some other folks over there at the Cove at the Billy Graham Training Center, Western North Carolina. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Again, back at it tomorrow at 11 o'clock with a full show. Miss Grigsby's going to come by tomorrow and talk about the Lamplight Theater. Got all kinds of folks. Darius Hensley's going to come by tomorrow and talk about the Cove for a few minutes. We've also got our buddy Greg Salyard in with what's going on in the Hot Stove League, off-season in Major League Baseball, who's doing what, and we'll get an update from him and also some other guests as well tomorrow at Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City. Until then, we say thanks from Movement Mortgage to our buddy Jeremy Livesey, jeremylivesey.com. Until we greet you tomorrow, again, as we said, from Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City, we will tell you as always, win or lose, be a good sport. Song, everybody, and thanks for giving us a listen on show number 647 of the Tom Total Sports Show. Be sure and like it and share it and get yourself in the running to win $100 cash next Friday. Song, everybody.